If my career had chapters, I think this would be the efficiency era. Right now, I am so heavily focused on how do we make teams efficient while delivering for franchisees. With 2025 and the invention or the adoption of AI and the need to deliver more for less, this is efficiency is key. So for leading digital marketing across multiple brands, the key is always to lead it franchisee first. That is what keeps me focused. That is what keeps me aligned with other teams when we're all thinking that same direction, and it helps me in my role make the right choices and decisions. With our previous vendors that we had worked with for marketing tech, we struggled repeatedly with technical issues, with partnership issues where we felt that a lot of times we were sort of out on an island and needing support. And frankly, what matters most is adoption. And we were not seeing the adoption that we needed to see for the success of the franchisees themselves. What stood out to me first when we began working with Promo Republic was the partnership and the level of support. We had very specific needs for some elements within the platform, and we felt confident that the team would meet those needs, and they have. And we never feel as if we're out on an island without support. We always have somebody that we can talk to, that will help us through, that will test things, that will give us recommendations and ideas that we can then provide to our franchisees. So it really is a true holistic partnership. What is easier in our day-to-day and more efficient is how we understand the data. We have data at our fingertips now that every single day we can pull up and look at and understand where our franchisees stand in comparison to each other and how different markets are succeeding throughout the United States. So the ability to gather data, to interpret data, and to pivot and know what we need to do next and how we need to advise our franchisees has become significantly easier. Not only that, but creating social posts at scale and ensuring that franchisees remain on brand has been a huge change for us. Previously, we were constantly sending back requests for brand materials and brand guidelines and colors, and there was no real space that was integrated in social media for the franchisees to access. With the asset library, we have all of our current campaigns at their fingertips, and so it allows the franchisee to go from A to B on brand so much easier. The rollout is often the most challenging part. We can believe we've found the correct solution. We can get our internal team on board, but then rolling this out to brands one by one is the most challenging part to ensure the adoption and the training. In our case, we leaned heavily on the Promo Republic team to educate our brand marketing managers on how to use the platform and best practices. So they were really helpful in getting that training out to the different brands. What we did was we went from a franchisee first perspective and a results perspective, and after talking with a variety of brand marketing leaders, they really understood that this would make it easier for the franchisee to post, to create, to build that local influence, and through that we were able to increase adoption from the brands and the franchisees themselves. We are seeing more engagement and activity from franchisees when it comes to video content. Hands down, no doubt, It is so important in 2025 for franchisees at the local level to develop user-generated content, to really get the nitty-gritty out there, to show them within their community, to show them cleaning homes or repairing pipes, or their before and after transformations. So putting the power of that in their hands to easily take that from the job site out to public and to share that socially has really made the difference. And that in that context, we have seen the largest growth is the ability to create and post on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and other platforms. One of the biggest wins from the past year is the integration of data. By having all of our data integrated and the ability to take a 10,000-foot view, we're able to use our franchisee first mentality to guide our franchisees through growth in marketing.